Hello everyone, this is Hermione. Welcome to Spirit of Hellenism. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the different kinds of Reconstructionism and their pros and their cons, as far as their attitude toward people that come into the religion from, say, Wicca or Christianity, um, and um, and their archaeological foundation and things like that. And I'm still looking at the camera. Okay, so we're going to start off with Celtic Reconstructionism, or CR. Celtic Reconstruction, just like the other types of Reconstructionism, relies on what archaeologists have discovered about the Celtic world. Unlike cultures that wrote down their information, it was transmitted orally. And this is the pitfall of Celtic Reconstructionism, is that we do not have an accurate picture of Celtic religious practices that is not influenced by the Romans, especially by Julius Caesar. We do have Greek sources because they did sack Delphi, but it's in a bigotorial type of viewpoint, and it's only recently have we learned a lot about the Celts and the Druids that isn't influenced by Romanticism. Celtic Reconstructionists do not have a problem with people that come into the religion from Wicca or Christianity, because they understand that these people that come from Wicca and Christianity, that's what, that's the religion that either they were raised with or they first went into, and they're okay with that. But leave the maiden mother crone at the door and all this other, neo-pagan stuff. I don't know their viewpoint of the word pagan, but a couple people that I encountered online over the years, they don't like the term pagan. Okay, so the second group I want to talk about is Asatru. Now, Asatru is very infamous for being connected to white supremacy, though a lot of your Asatrus are not white supremacists, nor do they follow that ideology. They wear Thor's hammer as a symbol of their religion, as much as Wiccans wear the pentacles as a symbol of their religion. Now, backtrack a little bit back to CR. The pros of the religion is that they're very open to people that came from Christianity or from Wicca. The cons is that a lot of their rituals are reinterpretations. Okay, so into Asatru. Asatru is a Reconstructionist religion, and they base it, just like with CR, on what archaeologists have discovered. The cons of the religion is that we do not have religious, we don't really know how they actually practice their religion. It is based on Christian sources, I know earlier than that, Roman sources, because the Romans were trying to integrate the Norse into their empire, and they did equate a number of different deities with, their Roman gods and goddesses. Just like with Celtic Reconstructionism, they did not write anything down. It was all oral, but we do know a lot more about the heathens than we did 80 years ago. Unlike in Wicca, heathenism made a resurgence much earlier, but because of Adolf Hitler in World War II, a lot of pagans were sent to concentration camps where they were gassed or they were forced to work to death. It's just how Adolf Hitler was. Adolf Hitler was a sadist and a psychopath and a murderer and what other horrible stuff you can call him, that's what he was. Also made a resurgence in the 60s. and it is a recognized religion in Iceland, and it is a major religion in Iceland besides Christianity. So the pros of it is that there a lot of the heathens are not very open to newcomers. They definitely are. A lot of them are definitely not open to people that came from Christianity and Wicca. And how I know this is that I encountered a guy that he really does not like Wiccans at all.
Hey, Shell,
What?
how's the tea taste up there?
Great.
Yeah, guess what?
What?
These breast kids in there.
Yes. Gotcha. Sorry about that. My brother was talking. And I'm not redoing this video, so you get my screaming. Okay, so the pros of it is that they're heavy on tribe, heavy on community, and if you're dedicated to the Norse gods, you can find a kindred that will accept you and will help you as a beginner. Okay, so the next one is Chemeticism. Chemeticism is, once again, one of those reconstructionist paths that is based on archaeological evidence. And unlike CR and also true, there is written record. There's humongous written record of rulers and of rituals and of what people did in their daily lives and how they worshiped the gods in their homes and all these wonderful, wonderful information. We know about the names of the gods. We know how a lot of them were incorporating other gods and goddesses. So there is heavy prose in this particular branch of Reconstructionism. They don't give a flying rat's butt if you used to be Wiccan or Christian. You honor the gods of ancient Kemet or Egypt, and they're fine. But there's one small little slight problem, and then there's a big problem. Chemetics will only focus on the Pharaonic period. This is prior to Alexander the Great coming and basically conquering the Persians and freeing Egypt from Persian control. They do not want to acknowledge the period from the time that Alexander the Great conquered Egypt to the end of Egypt's sovereignty. They want to focus on the Pharaonic period. Another big problem with Chemeticism is it's heavily racist. I'm not saying that all Chemetics are racist, but I'm talking about more the Afrocentric element in Chemeticism. They believe that archaeologists have hidden the truth about Black Kemet, depriving African Americans of this heritage. Excuse me, if you come from freaking Detroit, you know nothing about African Americans. There are white people that are African. And yeah, they're African because their ancestry is Africa and all that. Muslims that live in Egypt, were born in Egypt, they're Egyptian. Okay, they're not depriving Black people of their so-called heritage. So that was why I left Chemeticism. Roman Reconstruction / Nova Roma / Cultus Decorum. Okay, let me do this. Nova Roma is an organization that reenacts Roman rituals. They dress up in Roman clothing, things like that. And this month is actually the anniversary of the destruction of Pompeii, so it's a pretty important month this month. But anyways, years ago, a couple years back, they actually kicked out the Reconstructionists from the group, and now just reenactors. Cultus Decorum is a group that was founded because of it, and they are the Reconstructionists, and they have the altars and all that type of stuff. They also stated that the Nova Roma ritual is too large for household worship. The next one is is Hellenism. Before I get into that, I'll talk. The pros of Nova Roma and Cultus Decorum is that they're basing it on information that we do know about the Roman Empire and how Romans worshipped and honored and things like that. The downside, Nova Roma kicked all the Recons out and Cultus Decorum, took over. But as far as Cultus Decorum is concerned, there's no cons. You can worship Norse, you can worship Egyptian, Celtic, whatever, no problem. Hellenism. Hellenism, as I said in my previous video, is probably the most discriminated and disliked branch of Reconstructionism. And not from other recons, but from the Greek Orthodox Church and from people who follow the Greek Orthodox Church. You can actually get arrested in Greece for having a get together in your home. Unlike in America where I can have my friends over and all that type of stuff, in Greece you cannot. You have to be very careful about doing rituals in your own home, things like that. And I believe recently, I know recently they did open up a temple, which was pretty impressive, and I thought it was cool. Just like I said, and in Hellenism, it is the worship and honor of the Greek gods without the Roman influence, which means, I'm going to be honest, there's some Hellenists that will use the Roman names of the Greek gods, and that's absolutely fine. There's no rule against that. But they are very open and very wonderful, and they don't, here in America, we don't really care if you be Wiccan or Christian or whatever. You can still honor the Greek gods. Okay, so in Hellenism there really isn't any cons, just a lot of pros, which is there's no, they don't really care that you speak, like I said, you speak Christian or Wiccan, things like that. Okay, so I hope this video has helped people that may be new and trying to wonder about the different paths. So I'll see you guys around. Bye.